And welcome to The Bond, the show that connects you with nature. Now, I have a question for you. What do you think of when you hear the term exotic animal? Do you think of something that belongs in the zoo? Do you think of something that has sort of a unique aspect to it? What about a pattern on the fur or a unique aspect of their eyes? Do you think about the fact that they might have a very particular hunting style, or maybe that they require very specialized care and handling that only experts can deal with? Well, what if I told you that you could have a little bit of exotic in your own home? That you could have a domestic version of an exotic? Well, that's why we're here today, to talk to somebody from a company called PurrXotics. That's P-U-R-R, as in PurrXotics. And that is a fabulous company that can offer a couple of different sort of exotic cats. That's right. They're house cats, but they are requiring a little bit of special handling, and we're going to learn about that today. So we have a Lykoi, which is known to be a werewolf cat. And that's because in the Greek, I think the term Lykos means wolf. And so that's why we name it a werewolf cat. We also have something that is sort of a velvety texture, and that is almost a near hairless cat called a Sphynx cat. And we're going to learn a little bit more about that. And if we're lucky, we're going to meet one in person. So the benefit of having a hairless cat is that it's not purely hairless. It's just that the hairs are very, very fine, but it does mean no shedding on a dark sofa. And there's some benefits to that as far as housekeeping go, right? It also might mean that you can enjoy doing specialized skincare routines for yourself and with your cat at the same time. Maybe you both could take a spa day together, and we're going to find out by asking the experts. So without further ado, let's go ahead and meet Anna and Edgar from PurrXotics. Anna and Edgar, we are so happy that you were able to come on down to the studio. And could you introduce me to your new little friend there? What is her name?
This is Midnight.
Midnight. Oh, I love that name.
Yeah, he is one of our kittens. He's scheduled to go home soon.
Oh, so he's already been claimed?
Yes, he's already been claimed.
So tell me a little bit about why you started. Is it PurrXotics or is it PurrXotics?
Correct.
Okay, .com.
Yes.
.com, everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me why you started this.
I saw one of these kiddos and I just fell in love with the look of them, no hair. And that's one of the main things that people love, that they have no hair. But what really kept me is the personality. They have amazing, amazing personality. They're pretty much, if you were to get a dog and mix it with a monkey and a baby, that's a Sphynx right there.
Dog, monkey, and baby.
Yes.
So when you say a dog, does that mean that the characteristic is more loyal, or does that mean that you take them on a walk?
They love walks.
Really? On a leash?
Yes, they learn to play fetch.
Uh-huh.
They learn their name. They come when they're called. They love learning new tricks. So they're very much of a...
See your cat?
Yeah, of course. They have very much of a dog personality.
Okay.
And they're extremely active and playful. That's where the monkey comes in.
Oh, how cute.
Yes, very active, very playful. They're always everywhere. So they can be jumping around, and it's a very, very active breed.
So when you have guests come over, do you ever tell them don't reach out and pet the cat? Or do you have to be worried about drafts? Like I see that this guy has a little sweater on him. Does he get cold? Or
yes,
does he like wearing clothes? Because, sometimes dressing pets up in clothes is just so adorable.
He's used to wearing his little sweaters. But yeah, he doesn't mind the little sweater.
He has a special skincare routine. do you have to do anything unique or like put on lotion so he doesn't get dried out or?
No, you can do a little bit of coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Oh, okay.
If
So that's good for your skin.
Yeah, it is.
It actually makes your hair shiny too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very good for them. The main thing with Sphynx is coconut oil. They're prone to skin infections. So coconut oil is a oil that works with antibacterial and antifungal as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's perfect for them. Right after a bath, just a little bit of coconut oil, and that's
so
perfect.
Do you do your nightly skincare routine and then have a skincare routine for midnight also?
Not nightly, but yes, he has his own little.
Do you have spa day with your cats at all? Like, do you lay out and have the little cucumber circles on your eyes? And
I wish, but it's more like if I'm on a spa day with cucumbers, they'll be the ones trying to like play with the cucumbers.
To bat it off and everything.
Yes, that's them. They're very active and extremely friendly.
So if an owner wanted to pick up a cat, what advice do you give them, or what special instructions would you advise that potential new owner?
As in adopt a cat or just pick it up?
To take one of your kittens home. Like you said that this midnight is reserved, and so somebody's going to be taking him home soon.
Yes.
So what instructions do you give a new owner? Like if somebody wanted an exotic, they've never seen the breed in person before, they just want to own one. How would you advise that they are different than a regular house cat, like a tabby?
I would say do a lot of research. These are not the typical house cat.
Lay in the sun.
Yes, this is not them. They are very active. They're always getting themselves into something, and you will have to say goodbye to any type of personal space whatsoever with them.
So they're around you all the time.
Yes, they are.
So a great companion then.
Yes. Oh, definitely. They are your best friend. Like they're in your face all the time, and you don't really have a say in it. They're always gonna just be in your face, follow you through every room of the house, and lay there with you. And even if you're working or trying to work on your laptop, they'll be right there. Yes.
So do you have to build a structure in your house for the climbing? Because I understand that they really like being high up and looking at their kingdoms.
There's catios. There's
catios. Tell me about that.
Yeah, there's catios that people can build, and we love them because it keeps them entertained all the time, and they really enjoy going up the trees and playing with each other. They're very active. It's a very active breed.
How do they get along with other animals in the house? Like, how would you introduce them to a pet dog if you had a dog already?
These cats are very outgoing. They're not the type of cat that's going to hide away. They are the type of cat that's going to want to go and introduce themselves. Oh, so it's very.
Well, I'm noticing that he has such adoring gazes at you. He just keeps loving looking at you.
Yeah, he's a little pumpkin.
So that's adorable. So outgoing, you think that means that they're going to be able to make friends with the dog, and they can.
Yes,
make friends with the little kids? Are they okay around kids?
Oh, yes, definitely. I have 4 of my own, so they're all used to being with children, watching cartoons in the morning with my kids, cuddling under the blankets. Yeah, they're all used to that already.
So then let me go ahead and address you, Edgar. I understand that you're more of a werewolf cat expert. So how does the werewolf cat differ from this hairless, or it doesn't look hairless, it's more of a velvety skin texture, the Sphynx cat?
That's a great question. I believe the personalities are very similar.
Okay.
But what I think differentiates the wolf cat from the Sphynx is the Lykois are extremely loyal and protective.
They're loyal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how can you give me an example of that?
For example, midnight he'll, walk the room with everybody. With my 3-year-old, with my 15-year-old, and he'll nap with each and every one of them, no problem. But the Lykoi pretty much picks its person it always wants to be with.
Oh, so you don't pick the Lykoi as a cat, the Lykoi picks you? as
Pretty
the
much
human.
as a human.
So they go shopping around for humans, and they say,
That's
"You
the one."
no, but you,
Yeah.
yes."
So the
Okay.
Lykoi would have its specific favorite person in the house.
Really?
And that's
so
what
in
I
a whole
found.
family.
Yeah, that's what I found. That's the difference between a Lykoi and a Sphynx. So yeah.
So what else as far as the routine? I mean, like, do you put them on leashes and take them for walks like
You
dogs,
can.
or
You can. They're a little bit more laid back than the Sphynx.
Okay.
I don't find that. I mean, they like going outside and listening to the birds and stuff in the catio, but I think the Sphynx is a little bit more outgoing, where the Lykoi wants to spend time with you and hanging out with you more.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
So Sphynx is more of a let's go out clubbing, and the Lykoi is let's stay in and watch movies
A little bit more,
on
yeah.
TV.
Yeah, exactly. Would you say that's accurate?
I think what I would like to add is that the Lykoi is still a breed for the entire family. A great example will be when I first started breeding the Lykois will be when they go home, when they get to go home.
Okay.
That's when you see the loyalty.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So-
Oh, really?
Totally
Okay,
forgot
give me an
about that.
example. Do you have a story?
For
or-
example, this little baby, he's a baby to everybody. Anybody can pick him up and he'll love on you and purr.
You mean midnight?
Yes.
Okay.
And he will purr on everybody and anybody.
Okay.
The Lykois, so delivering a Sphynx kitten to a home, it's very peaceful. I say my goodbyes, and it's very sweet. Delivering a Lykoi, the Lykoi will look for me.
Really? So there's a little tiny bit of resistance then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I see. Okay. Okay. So the Lykoi. So what you're saying is, with the Sphynx, you say, "Here's your new home," and the Sphynx says, "Thank you very much."
exactly.
And the Lykoi, you say, "Here's your new home," and they're like, "Excuse me, I had a home. Why am I moving?"
Yes. But after
Really?
yes. But after they spend a day or 2 days with the new family, I get hundreds of pictures of cuddling together.
So it just takes a couple days to
Yes,
Yeah,
adjust.
to adjust,
yes.
So they're
It-
both good adoptable
Oh
pets.
yes, exactly. They're both wonderful, and they're both great with the family as well.
Now, what about somebody who's single and lives in an apartment? Are they okay with that, or
yes.
can they be alone if somebody goes to work during the day, or
Yes,
do they really need that socialization?
They can. I just don't recommend them being alone for more than 3 to 4 hours.
Well, what do you do if you're working? I mean, most work days are like 8 to 10 hours with a commute. and
I
all that.
recommend to get a playmate, another cat for
Okay,
them.
so two
just-
cats at
yes,
home would be fine.
Yes.
Okay.
A cat or a dog also works as well, but just so they're not alone.
Okay, so maybe a talking bird, maybe?
Sure.
Let's bargain on the cat combination.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you decide to go from? I understand that Lykois are a version of hairlessness, so it's sort of in that same genre, I guess you could say. Not that they're a movie or anything, but what made you decide to go from a complete hairless to going into this sort of living work of art, which is the Lykoi?
I fell in love with them. The name, it just, the breed, how they look, they just appeared like it's so mystical. It just, you look at them and it just attracted me. I fell in love with just how they look, and they're little werewolves. I love that.
Is their fur soft or?
Yeah.
Or is it more
it's
coarse?
soft.
Like-
Yeah, it's a little bit more coarse.
Okay.
But it's still soft. They're still very nice to handle.
So let me ask you, how do you support the whole breeding aspect in a home that has 4 children?
That's also a great question. We're constantly busy.
Okay.
We're
So you have a
constantly
really-
adjusting, making sure that not only the family has what they need, but also the cats. 'Cause that's what's important, making sure that we're able to sustain them and making sure they're healthy. And so it's a balance.
Now,
you
how
know?
do you ensure that they're healthy so that the buyers of your kittens know that cat has actually is healthy, has the right diet? What
So we
sort of standards do you?
So
abide by?
we feed them raw food.
Raw food, so like fish and...
It's a mixture. It's called a prey design. So
Okay.
it's like
What
if
is
they
that?
were going to go out in the wild and catch their own chicken.
Okay,
and
so
eat.
it's
So it's raw food basically.
for
you know.
both of the breeds?
Yes.
Okay.
So their diet. So what I found is that prevents a lot of weird skin issues or
Okay.
stomach issues within the breed because
Right,
they're not
'cause
eating commercial food.
That's the thing is with a
Yeah.
lot of synthetic fillers that are in the not dog foods, but cat foods or any food, it really can create some gastrointestinal issues.
Yeah.
I mean, even with some rice base, I heard that some cheaper rices have had their grains sort of substituted for a polyester-like
Yeah.
substitute, which is not good. It's like eating a grocery store bag,
Yeah.
right? And you wouldn't want that in an animal because that would be very hard to digest.
Of course. And we
So how do you verify that your source of food is
I make
not
it.
only you make it?
I make it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I make
Okay.
it myself, so I know where everything is coming from.
So you have your own recipe?
I have my own recipe.
Okay.
And we have found too that we have customers because we have lifetime support with our customers
You do.
and our adopters.
That
So,
was my next question.
Yeah, lifetime support. So sometimes they'll call us like, Cupcake is having tummy issues, and we start recommending the raw food, and the stomach issues go away, and
Oh, great.
their coat gets a lot shinier and
Yeah.
it's smoother, not scaly. So it's the perfect diet.
So
for
what is
cats.
are you willing to share with the public what your recipe is?
If you go to PurrXotics.com,
PurrXotics. So what's the website?
PurrXotics.com,
PurrXotics.
XOT. Yeah.
With an S at the end,
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot
.com.
of information on there where their customers can go.
Okay,
find
so
out.
you're saying your customers can go to your website and check out your chef mastery for keeping their cats healthy,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. And then what if somebody has a Sphynx and they're concerned that they might get a little cold? What if they have an outdoor party and they're bringing in guests and the door keeps opening and closing? Is that going to make a hairless cat want to run to the fireplace for some warmth? Or are the guests going to bother it? And if so, do you recommend a certain type of clothing to put on them, or what would you say?
If it's that type of environment where the door is opening and closing, I would recommend to just keep the kitten inside and safe.
Okay. So there's no chance of them darting outside, is there?
Yes.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yes, but they are with guests. How they are the type of cat that walks straight up to your guest, and
Oh,
yeah,
so they're friendly, but they just don't
yes.
like the cold.
Very friendly. They just
Okay.
don't like the cold,
And they
yes.
need spa day.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a short break, and we'll be right back after these short messages. So stay with us because we still have some more to talk about with Edgar and Anna of PurrXotics. And we are back. And we're going to continue our conversation with Anna and Edgar about Lykoi, the werewolf cat, as well as Sphynx, the velvety hairless cat. So, Anna, I'd like to know, when somebody goes in and adopts a kitten from you and they take it home, how do I socialize that cat with the family? And which breed acts differently?
Well, taking a kitten home for the first days, I always recommend to put the kitten in the heart of the home.
Okay.
So if that could be your bedroom or one of the kids' bedrooms, but just a small bedroom where they can get used to the new environment, new noises of the home, new smells, and just get used to everybody one at a time to minimize the possible stress that the kitten can have.
How do you introduce a person to the cat? Do you have them reach out and touch them, or do you have them just stay in the same room and wait for the cat to approach the person, or what's the best way?
That would be perfect for to wait for the cat to approach you, especially kittens. Kittens love just walking straight up to you and introducing themselves, and they're very, very friendly, extremely loving, and they're amazing. They're amazing.
Now, I know that Edgar there mentioned something about how Lykois actually, what did you say? You said that they, do you have a Lykoi?
I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, your own?
I do.
Your own. So you have a Lykoi name?
I like to call him my own, but I'm sure, I mean, he's a family cat.
So that's where you get your, this cat loves me and only me, is from the adoration that Paris gives you. Okay, so let me go talk to Anna then. So Anna, is it true that Lykois only love one person in the family?
Lykois love the entire family.
Oh,
and they're very good at making you feel very special.
Okay.
They give you all the attention. They give you all the attention that you want, and
when you're with them.
Yes, when you're with them, and then when they're with you, they're always around as well. They're very friendly, complete cuddle bugs, and but mostly they're very active and playful.
So it sounds like to me that the way you're describing these breeds is that there's kind of two personalities that would want to adopt one breed over the other. And I'd like you to correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm off base. But to me, it seems like if I wanted a Lykoi, I'm more adventurous as a person. I like exploring, right? Maybe I'm a bit more edgy, and I'm willing to take a couple of risks. That Lykoi fits my personality. But if I'm going for Sphynx, I'm a little bit more cultured and refined, and I like doing my regular routines. I enjoy my spa days, and I'm a bit more willing to be pampered. And that it would be the personality that would go well with a Sphynx. Do you agree with that, or do you
love it. I love it. I love what you just said. But most people that own a Sphynx, they actually own a Lykoi as well.
They do.
Yes. So,
really? So it's not one breed per household.
Yes.
They actually own one of each.
Yeah, and that's most people. So every time I have a Lykoi going home, it's about maybe 80% chance they already have a Sphynx or a couple Sphynx at home as well.
Really? Wow. So do these households have any other pets, or is it just purely the two breeds that you offer?
Oh, a lot of people have pet dragons, birds. They send me updates, pictures of the bird hanging on top of hanging out on top of the kitten, or with the bearded dragon, or with their dogs, rabbits. So the Sphynx, these and the Lykoi are very friendly, and they're very friendly not just with us humans, but with other breeds as well.
So I want to follow up for my final question is that I know that you mentioned that you offer lifetime support for the people that adopt the kittens from you.
Correct.
So that means that they can come and ask you questions at any time.
Absolutely.
But how would you service somebody that doesn't even live in California? Do they reach out to you? I mean, how do you deliver a cat to them? How do you interview them, make sure that they're a good home? Do you have that service, or do you only deal with the local people?
I do. I do. We've delivered cats all the way to the Philippines.
You have?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a mechanism to do that in order to deliver cats far away and also still be available as a resource to them?
We personally deliver them.
You personally deliver them. So you say this
We
is a
fly with them.
great time to take a vacation and go to a
Right.
nice faraway place.
A one-day vacation.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So you personally deliver them, so
Yes.
you personally see the home that they go into.
Yes,
Yeah.
we meet the family.
meet the
Okay,
family, yeah.
so you're very stringent about making sure that it's a good forever
yes.
match, right?
Yes,
You don't
yes.
want, do any cats get returned to you?
It happens when families might have a situation in life that they no longer can take care of the cat. I do ask for them to just contact me where I can help.
You can help rehoming?
Yes, I will be the one
Okay.
rehoming the kitten and looking at potential applications for that kitten and finding the best home possible for that kitten to go home.
Okay, great. So
So-
the best way for them to get in touch with you is through...
PurrXotics.com.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. I would like to now share with our audience what I think we learned. And so today we went ahead and we had a great conversation with both Edgar and Anna about PurrXotics and how the Lykoi cat is this dramatic werewolf cat, and the blue Sphynx is more of a, what I would call a cultured cat, more refined and appreciative of the finer things in life. But the rugged Lykoi cat seems to be very energetic and either loyal just to Edgar or is able to bond with the entire family. So I know that I mentioned a couple of personalities that I think would be great possibilities for each of these different breeds. But Anna shared that actually you could have both breeds and have it reflect and attach to all sides of your personality, whether you're feeling lazy one day, pampered another day, energetic and adventurous on a third day. So it seems like it's a great way for you to bond with nature that way by adopting one of these cats. So if you have any questions, you know how to reach them now with the information that's on screen. And I would like to say that just as a reminder, it's a way of caring for a cat the same way that you would want to care for yourself. A little extra pampering, fresh food, and making sure that you have the right nutrition, exercise, and also mental stimulation, because cats like these seem to really value the problem-solving skills. So with that, I wanted to say thank you so much for spending the time to learn about these exotic cats. And remember to do something kind to someone today. But until then, until we bond again.